Yes, I'm back. After my much needed break, I'm back posting on YouTube, and today I'm not here with a lesson or something to teach you, but I'm here to talk to you about how I myself plan to improve myself in the next 6 months. So today, when I'm filming this, we're in the middle of June. So pretty much in December, I'll be re-looking at this video, seeing if I have indeed managed to improve myself in the way I hope to. Now, the reason why you might need this video is so that you can also, let's say, do the same thing I'm doing, but do it for yourself. So see where you want to be in the next 6 months. So I'll explain how I did it, and then you can pretty much do the same thing. You can write it down if you want to, and you can also try and see in 6 months' time if you actually have achieved these goals. Now, what I've done is that I've actually set these goals as pretty hard goals to achieve. So there is a slight possibility that I may not achieve them, but having put these goals as this hard, it will motivate me to want to achieve them in a better. It makes me want to achieve them more. It makes me want to work harder to achieve them. So I hope you can also do a similar thing to me, so that you will also be more motivated to work harder and to achieve your goals. So how I've divided these goals is that I've put a physical goal, a spiritual goal, a business goal. Was I saying role? A business goal, a social goal, a willpower goal, and then a goal on my own, let's say, personal abilities. I've chosen running because I do run a lot. So I also put a running goal. But obviously, you may not be a runner. You may have put a running goal in your physical goal. And you may have some other hobby you like doing, for example, I don't know, playing an instrument, for example. You may put a goal based on that. So let's say I give you 30 seconds to write down your goals. You can pause the video if you want to have a proper think about it, which I actually suggest you do. And then we get into it, and I'll tell you what I've written down. So an interesting fact is that I currently live in Italy, but in 2 months' time I'm actually going to move to England. So it's obviously going to be a bit difficult to adapt. It will take me a bit of time to adapt, so maybe that will set me back a bit in reaching my goals, but I hope it won't affect me that much because I am quite fluent in English, as you've heard, and I have been to England countless times. So I hope you've done writing them down, you've maybe paused the video. So let's get straight to it. So for physical goals, I've written down that in 6 months' time, I want to have an aesthetic body, but I also want to weigh 5 to 10 more kilos. Now, I think you can probably tell from the video that I'm not in really bad shape. I'm in quite good shape. I've got, like, let's say, that athletic physique, but I do need to bulk up a little. I weigh now around like 56 kilos, so I want to get to, let's say, 60, 65 kilos in 6 months' time. Now, it's quite hard, and I'm sure that all the skinny people watching this can agree. It's quite hard for skinny people to bulk up, but don't put limiting beliefs on yourself. You can do it. You just have to eat a lot and, let's say, not burn too many calories. But obviously, what's important is to have an aesthetic body. So even if you're skinny, to not have, let's say, the all the gynecomastia stuff, all the fat bellies. So yeah, stop eating junk food. Stop eating that bullshit. But I'll make a video on that maybe in the next days. Recording these videos, I always kind of come up with an idea for my next video to make, so that's quite cool. Now, say your goal out loud after I've said mine each time. So maybe it helps, let's say, fix it into your brain. Moving on to spiritual, what I wrote is to be able to meditate up to 1 hour. Now, I've just filmed a video on meditating, and I usually meditate 10 minutes every day. I don't focus too much on my meditation. I kind of do it in the morning to help release the stress and anxiety. And the maximum I've ever done of meditating is, I think, around 20 to 25 minutes. So I've never gone up to 1 hour of meditating. I think once I meditated 45 minutes, but not all at once. It was like in separate periods, but within the same day. So in 6 months, I hope to focus more on meditating and to get up to 1 hour of meditation at a time. Now, chances are you may not really be into spiritual stuff. You may have not meditated ever. But maybe you should set that as your goal to actually start meditating. Or maybe you can even count this as religion. I am Christian, so you can write something about maybe read some religious book, the Quran, the Bible, whatever religious book you, let's say, believe in. And if you're not religious, maybe you can do something about, let's say, meditating or something like that. Moving on to social. Now, social is the one I've kind of been focusing more on these past days. Let's say I had my break kind of, and I was kind of focusing more on, let's say, being the popular kid. So I wrote down respect. But it's quite a hard goal to, let's say, complete, because there's no real standard for what respect really is. It's kind of relative now. So what I wrote down is to have 500 followers on Instagram. And obviously Instagram doesn't matter that much. You can have 500 followers on Instagram and be a degenerate. And all those followers being, let's say, little 8-year-old kids, little, I don't know, 16-year-olds who eat pizzas, smoke weed, and play video games. But seeing as I've also written down to have a high value social circle and to be friends with high value people, by writing down 500 followers on Instagram, I presume that all of the people that will start following me will be high value people. So, as I've said, the only reason I've chosen 500 Instagram followers as my goal is because, let's say, it's a sign of me making more friends and more people following me. While writing down respect is more of a valuable thing to achieve on a social level, but it's hard to measure whether or not I've reached that goal or not in 6 months' time. I hope I've made that clear. The next one is willpower/discipline. And so this kind of, let's say, focuses on, let's say, willpower, let's say fapping, eating junk food, doing the bad habit that you shouldn't be doing. Maybe it's smoking, maybe it's drinking. Or maybe discipline, you can, let's say, talk about cold showers. Maybe you hate doing cold showers. Maybe that one habit you should be doing which you don't do. Maybe reading. So I've written down that I should be fapping only once a month, and that I should have a completely healthy diet and not eat any junk food. Now, the whole junk food thing I've actually almost completely achieved, but I still tend to eat junk food like every now and then. So I want to eliminate that completely. And I hope that in 6 months' time I will have done that. Then I wrote down running. And as I said, you can write this down as something else. Maybe you'll play a sport, you're good at football, you want to reach a goal on football, maybe amount of goals you score within a season. Or maybe you're also into running, so you write a similar thing for running. And what I've written is to run my first full marathon. 40 kilometers. It's gonna be hard, but I believe in myself. I already ran a half marathon, so I think that if I put my mind to it, I will get to a full marathon. Now, before we get to the last one, which is business, which I believe may be the one that interests you more, I want to first mention that you could have also written a goal regarding school. I haven't written a goal regarding school because I've just finished school, and in 6 months' time it will be December, and there's not really a goal I think I can kind of achieve school-wise within December. Now, consider that, as I said, I also have to move to England, and I'm not too familiar with the English system, so it's hard to set a goal when I don't really understand the school mechanisms of that specific country. But you do you. You can write a goal for your school. You may be from, I don't know, far away, let's say in Australia, where you finish school in that period. So yeah, in that case, feel free to write a goal for school as well. Now, as I said, the last goal regards business. So what I've written, and this is really crazy considering that I'm still an amateur in business, is to get to 2K a month and 500 subscribers on YouTube, and to also have a school community. And that is crazy, but high goals are meant to be set so that you can achieve them. And I think that with determination and hard work, I can get there. And I hope you also set a goal which at first glance seems crazy, but that, putting your mind to it, you can get there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment if I should make more stuff like this. Maybe I can do one for 1 year, maybe for 5 years, maybe for 10 years. Maybe for a week. Keep a strong mind and stay like a lion.